It's a throwdown in the Lone Star State tonight as we come to Texas with Supercard of Honor. Welcome to the discussion, everybody, and welcome to the last of the predicting of this week as we head into an all-in weekend full of professional wrestling. And tonight you get a trifecta of content. But in the meantime, I'm here to predicting the last show for the week that I need to predict for. This is Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. Welcome to the discussion. Will the fallen goddess finally fall to La Mera Mera? Will the most wanted man fall to the Alpha? Will the Sons of Texas be dethroned for the Tag Team Championships? And will the project continue to fulfill the promise set by Christian Cage when he defends the Ring of Honor World Television Championship? Let's go ahead and see what happens. Welcome to the discussion. Hello, everybody. Welcome finally to All In Weekend. Welcome to Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. Simply predicting. You know what this is. I am the Simple Man, the Simple Brand, forever grateful for all things professional wrestling. Damn it. And my name is Noah Foster. Thank you all for tuning in. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend. And if you want to dictate the conversation, Super Chat or PayPal the passions. It is truly as simple as that. You know who it is. It's me. It's the Renegade. It's the ones that, of course, have the Super Reliable Studios. Technical difficulties be damned. We're going to see if we get this man's retort towards everything that's ahead. So please bear with us. That being said, JJ, speak now and forever hold your peace towards this weekend. How you feel about everything and how you feel about Supercard of Honor. Good to have you.
Good to be here. I'm looking forward to all things wrestling. I don't really know a whole lot about Supercard of Honor.
Damn it. Well, that happened. Oh, shit. All right. Well, again, we'll see if he comes back in here. He may not know a lot, but it's always good for him to be seen. If you haven't already, please follow the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. There you see the social medias as below. Again, God bless him. He's coordinated all the commentary teams, all the streams, and, of course, coordinated the weekend. As he tries to get his technical difficulties in order, let me just go ahead and bring you some promotion. If you haven't already, please follow and subscribe to Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz, as right now he is literally on the move. We hope that I see him back here once again very soon for commentary, predictions, and shenanigans. If you haven't already, don't be a dickhead. Subscribe to Bag for Wrestling. That's our Canadian friend Ash. There you see her plugs on the X and on YouTube. And if you wish to further engage and follow me or want to be part of City Predicting, find me at my Simple Brand, for I am the Simple Man. Find me on YouTube and find me on the X. If you want to be part of the All Elite League, the NXT League, or the WWE League, you could also find all the forums on my social medias, as of course I track all things wrestling. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and talk about the leagues here real quick. Of course, Team No DQ is in WWE, NXT, and AEW. So again, good luck to everybody and good luck to all of you, including the top 30 of you, while it's not the entire purpose of you, across the entire City Predicting galaxy. Whether you are in WWE or whether you are in NXT or whether you are in AEW, just continue to enjoy life and enjoy wrestling. Appreciate and thank you all always. I hope that you enjoy this conversation and weekend hype because, again, after we're done City Predicting here, the next City Predicting will be for TNA Slammiversary. Date and time to be determined next week. So please stay tuned for more on that. And I hope that you join us not just for Ring of Our Supercard of Honor later tonight, but GCW Boss of All Bosses and House of Glory Texas. It's a trifecta of watch-along streams here tonight. And then we'll be back here tomorrow coming all in NXT Saturday Night's Main Event ahead of the shenanigans before we close the weekend out with Evolution. So we hope to see you across the entire feed, across all the streams here at the Super Reliable Studios. Okay, well, that being said, I don't know whether or not he's going to come back. I know he's going to try his damnest, so we're going to keep this soiree going forward. So I think without further ado, as I am a man of honor, who loves and appreciates the legacy of Ring of Honor, because I'm a fan of professional wrestling. Shout out to my other honorable brother, the KG King, King A-Train, who's now in Texas, ready to go all in tomorrow. I don't think he's going to Ring of Honor tonight, though. But let's go ahead and get right into it, because it's actually a very simple card. Believe it or not, there are 5 official matches announced. However, there may be 2 more, and 6 of them have championship implications, while 1 might as well be a feud at your local fraternity, house, or college campus. So that being said, we're going to talk about the matches I have official graphics for, courtesy of the Rank of Wrestling JJ Williams, and bring speculation towards what else could be ahead. In fact, I don't even know there's anything on the 0 hour. And if you want to watch Ring of Honor Supercard Honor along with me tonight, as I will be covering that, I will be part of that commentary team for the Trifecta streams. Our feed for Ring of Honor Supercard Honor will start 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our live watch along event. And then the show is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. You can, of course, follow along with us to catch the show if you choose by becoming a subscriber or a member of Honor Club. And I also want to give a shout out to the fact that we are also covering House of Glory Texas and GCW pretty much around the same time. So again, hope to see you part of the fun and conversation. Let's go ahead and talk about the actual Ring of Honor action tonight, shall we? Because first off, we are going to talk about the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. Of course, Lee Moriarty, Taga style, takes on the legend from CMLL, Bryan Danielson's hero, his influence to get into professional wrestling, and the man that literally tapped him out with a Fujiwara armbar at Global Wars to earn this opportunity. You are looking at Blue Panther. Blue Panther is one of the oldest running veterans of Mexico, and currently known as, of course, El Cajol. Apologies if I screwed that up. Part of CMLL. He is 64 years old with 46 years of wrestling experience and over 2,600 matches. He actually forced Lee Moriarty to submit, and that's why we're here tonight. And of all things that happened, Bryan Danielson came to the aid of Blue Panther at Global Wars, which was a very incredible moment. Of course, Lee Moriarty has been the definition of pure wrestling since, of course, winning this title last year and proving that he might be the best pure wrestler going today after beating Nigel McGuinness last year at Final Battle. It's also one of those things that you should not count out Blue Panther, because Ring of Honor championships in the history of Ring of Honor have changed hands to people, particularly from Mexico. Let's not forget, Atlantis Jr. was formerly the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. But I think with the fact that Shane Taylor Promotion is going to be looking for a receipt, Rumble, Batman Rumble, Shane Taylor is going to probably be in the corner. I could definitely see Lee Moriarty finding a way to hold on to this. For those that don't know how a pure rules match goes, it goes like this. Each individual has 3 rope breaks. Once those rope breaks are exhausted, submissions and decisions inside the ropes are 100% legal. Closed fists are not allowed to the face. The first one gives you a warning. The second one causes a disqualification. The title can change hands via disqualification, count out, or, of course, somebody getting a pinfall or submission. Of course, other shots below the face outside low blows are absolutely allowed. And if anyone gets involved, physically involved in this match on either party's behalf, they risk suspension or even termination. So that being said, I think Lee Moriarty is going to hold on to this, though, because I think he's been a very worthy champion for how long he has held this title. For those that don't know, Lee Moriarty has currently held this championship now for 350 days after, of course, being Wheeler Yuta last year at Death Before Dishonor. He is going into his 8th defense tonight, but I think Lee Moriarty is going to retain. All right. Well, again, JJ still trying to figure things out. We'll see what happens. I'll keep this thing going probably till 6:15 p.m. And then I'll take a little bit of a rest. But I feel there truly is no rest when it comes to the natural. 5 decades earned and re-signed, and now a double champion in Ring of Honor. As, of course, he and Sammy Guevara, the Sons of Texas, they'll be defending the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships against Dan Hutt, Shane Taylor Promotions, the Infantry. The Infantry won this number 1 contendership opportunity, literally beating Top Flight with STP shenanigans this past week at Ring of Honor. You all could go watch that episode, by the way. That was last night on Honor Club as well. And basically, the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, they have had an incredibly strong run with the tag team titles. He's been Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champ now for 328 days. and tonight will mark their 5th defense. Of course, they've held these titles since being the Undisputed Kingdom last year on a Collision when the titles were vacated. It also is one of those things where we have to keep in mind Dustin Rhodes is also 1/3 of the Ring of Honor World 6-man tag team champions. And of course, that's with the Von Erichs. Good to see it's a Fed and Darren G. Indeed, it is what it is, my friend. But again, everyone show love, show your support. PayPal, the Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams. I'm just saying. He deserves it, and he's more so earned it. Keep your spirit strong, pal. Don't let technology get to you. But I think, again, with the fact that Sammy Guevara, Dustin Rhodes, particularly Dustin Rhodes, were in Texas, Dustin's home turf, I just don't see the Sons of Texas losing. It feels like one of those things where the infantry have had multiple opportunities at this, and maybe a newfound attitude has given them a bit more momentum in Ring of Honor. But I don't think tonight is going to be their night either. I think that at the end of the day, STP is going to go for the beatdown. The Von Erichs are going to show up, and this degrades into Ring of Honor World 6-man tag team championship match with probably Shane Taylor involved. But I don't think that Dustin and Sam, especially with Dustin, who apparently re-signed with AEW very recently, and also Kevin Von Erich now has a Legends contract with AEW, I don't see the Sons of Texas losing. So I'm going with Dustin Rhodes, and I'm not being biased because he's also one of my favorite all-time wrestlers. I'm going with Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara to retain. But still, it should be a hell of a match, and I'm sure that the infantry is going to try and summon the boot camp. If you know, you know. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move away from that to a match that is not official, but could be. For those that don't know, Ring of Honor has also a Women's World Television Championship. It is currently held by Red Velvet. But unfortunately, due to injury, beyond her circumstances, the title has been vacated. There may be an interim champion crowned tonight here in Texas at Ring of Honor. I think about the inaugural champion, Billy Starks. I think about Queen Almanada. I think about the Ring of Honor Women's Division. Rachel Ellering, Lady Frost. We're in Texas. Maybe Hyan or Burt Vixen could possibly challenge for this. All very familiar faces to Ring of Honor. So we could get a brand new Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion. Again, it's not been made official, but I just want to bring that forward. We also know that Ring of Honor Per Championship tournament for the women is going to start very soon. And with Deonna Purrazzo, the virtuosa, back home in Ring of Honor sometimes, former Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, I wouldn't count her out of that picture either. But I just wanted to bring that a little bit forward to you. All right, but let's go back into official match action, shall we? Because Nick Wayne will be defending his Ring of Honor World Television Championship tonight against Los Granales de Japón Forever, CMLL's Titan. And of course, earned this opportunity after surviving the Proving Ground bout lasting the 10 minutes. While Nick Wayne thought he got off scot-free and didn't need to have a challenger. Also, Titan has a singles win over Nick Wayne during the Best of Super Juniors. Nick Wayne has yet to officially beat Titan. And of course, Nick Wayne has been a fighting defending champion thanks to Christian Cage's tough love and fatherly ways. Father, you're my ass. But also, Nick Wayne, of course, won this title off a previous luchador in Commander. Now, before I say anything else, we're going to try this one more time. Let's go ahead, everyone bear, and see if we can finally hear from the Renegade of Wrestling without rage. JJ Williams. Hello. And buffering. JJ, can you hear me? Can you hear me, brother? Damn it. Well. We're going to keep trying, folks. Again, technical difficulties. Anyway, it's one of those things also where Titan, of course, was involved in Best of the Super Juniors, and Nick Wayne and Christian Cage will be involved at All In to, of course, challenge for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Christian Cage is going to want his little boy as unscathed as possible. So I do think that Nick Wayne, and again, in Ring of Honor, there's a 20 count on the outside of the ring. I do think that Nick Wayne is going to retain. It is one of those things with the fact that this card was kind of accurate, Safet. Was kind of like put together here in a very minimalistic amount of time. You probably don't expect a lot of change, but in Ring of Honor, it could definitely surprise you. And Teton is a very accomplished luchador. Of course, he dropped off the CMLL World Middleweight Historic Championship as well after going for the greater belt and had an incredible run with that. But I think that Nick Wayne is going to retain. And as far as who challenges him next, it's who's who. Who could guess? I mean, Willie Mack, he could be somebody that could come after the championship. Anybody in the frat house or the Dark Order. I think about Lee Johnson, Blake Christian. One of them might have pursuits to go after this title. It really depends. We just saw Adrian Priest have an incredible match against Aaron Solo, for those that watch. He could also be a candidate. So we'll just have to wait and see. Hello, Charles. It's good to see you. Technical difficulties are trying to play the weekend for the Dragon Wrestling JJ Williams. So send him some love, folks, again, and we'll see if he joins us before the end of this stream. And if I do get some sort of anonymous message, you all will know first and foremost from me. But anyway, I think that Nick Wayne is going to retain. Now, let's go ahead and talk about a... All right, fine. Damn it, Darren G. I guess it was technically called out last night. Let's go ahead and change gears into another grudge bout, shall we? Because James Dixon and, of course, the former number 10, Preston Vance, and who the hell is Griff Garrison? They are known as the Frat House, and they have been feuding with the Dark Order. Of course, the returning John Silver, Johnny Hungy, Alex Reynolds, and Evil Uno. We've seen countless times before in Ring of Honor, particularly when it comes to the pay-per-views, how much the Dark Order come out on the winning side. Goes all the way back to when they faced the Righteous in a Fight Without Honor, when Stu Grayson kind of betrayed the Dark Order, so they came out stronger. By the way, shout out to Stu Grayson, who's been doing great work in Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. But this is a six-man tag. It's not a drinking contest. It's not taking place inside a fraternity house. I don't think someone's going to get paddled after this match. I don't think we're going to get any initiation. I think the Dark Order are here to prove a point that Preston Vance, you were a fool to leave us and go join the frat house. I think the Dark Order, being the baby faces, kind of have to win it here. If you all been watching AEW, you know the frat house been AEW's whipping boys sometimes, particularly against the Ops. I think Dark Order is going to teach Preston Vance a lesson in respect in what Brody Lee saw in him and why he chose to be part of the Dark Order. Much more than just a Red Solo Cup drinker. Wouldn't surprise me Red Solo Cup's coming to play, though. But I'm going against the frat house and saying Dark Order wins that trios match. You're welcome, Darren G, and I'm sure that won't be the last time you hear that tonight. And stay tuned for me and one of our Canadian friends, Nick Ferrantes, will be making his commentary debut at the Silver Studios, joining me in the World of Honor. So stay tuned for more on that. Okay, now let's get to the two matches where I'm sure people might have a little bit of a different opinion. Let's go ahead and talk about something that truly might be forever and ever and ever and ever, unless La Mera Mera has something to do about it. Well, I talked about a cat fight earlier with Tiger Style and Blue Panther. Ain't that ironic? We're going to talk about two local women from Texas that are about as bad as you can get in that ring. Because Athena goes one-on-one with someone that has not been a victim of her forever run. It's Athena defending the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship against La Mera Mera Thunder Rosa. Now, I want to give you all this statistic. Athena, who won this title in Texas against Mercedes Martinez, has held this title for 944 days, going into her 30th actual defense tonight and 63rd presentation of preservation for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. She's been everybody possible from Ring of Honor, AEW, and even Japan. Victims included but not limited to Vert Vixen, Mia Yamashita, Sky Blue, Kiara Hogan, Willow Nightingale, Diamante, Billy Starks, not once but twice, Queen Aminata, Red Velvet, Thekla, Alex Windsor, and most recently, La Catalina. Thunder Rosa, of course, earned this opportunity, tired of Athena's crap, and have been feuding with her and Red Velvet and Billy Starks in and out of Ring of Honor and AEW Collision. Of course, Thunder Rosa and Persephone recently got a great win at Global Wars that has further infuriated the fallen goddess. While Athena says she is looking to break Thunder Rosa goes back once again to the point she will not be able to come back to the ring and says she's going to regret it. And also, do not rule out either of these women possibly being involved, folks, in the women's casino gauntlet match the following day. The bottom line, though, do we finally see forever end when it comes to Athena's grip, death grip on the entire Ring of Honor brand and the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship? So this is unique for me for a number of reasons. Of course, Thunder Rosa has been trying to get back towards the AEW Women's World Championship picture since coming back from injury. And again, Athena and Thunder Rosa, even though they've been part of AEW and Ring of Honor for such a long time, they actually have not faced each other one-on-one ever in either of those two companies. The last time these two went one-on-one was only one other time before they came to AEW or ROH. It was back in Warrior Wrestling. Thunder Rosa was the Warrior Wrestling Women's Champion defending against Athena, and it went to a 30-minute draw. So technically, neither woman's beaten one or the other, which is kind of surprising. But again, when it comes to Ring of Honor, Athena has basically been Ring of Honor's longest reigning champion in Ring of Honor history. So again, do we actually see that break, considering how many times we've seen the back and forth at times with these two in 8-woman all-star matches? As we saw on Collision, it was, of course, the baby faces that got the win. While on Dynamite, of course, all hail the Megasis, she won the number 2 spot, and Chris Statlander, of course, won the number 1 spot, where Athena and Thunder Rosa were both involved in that match. But if I were to say there was going to be one major change here in Ring of Honor or on this show tonight, and we are in Texas, this probably would be it. Because again, who else do you put in front of Athena that she hasn't beaten yet? She's beaten everybody that they could bring in and out of the wrestling business. And I think people want to see Athena transcend to AEW to show that she can be dominant there and maybe challenge for, oh, I don't know, TBS Championship or AEW Women's World Championship. People are holding out for Athena to beat Mercedes Moné during the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Came this close. Got caught in a roll-up, though, to go in for the O-face. But I feel like here it's a tale of two stories, because Athena already called out Thunder Rosa's weakness, considering she couldn't even carry her own promotion on her back. Damn. I think, though, considering, again, Ring of Honor has such a minimal audience, and I wonder who's going to be more involved in AEW following this. And I also do think she's still going to keep an eye on her minion, Billy Starks. She'll be in Ring of Honor Women's World Pure Tournament. I think we give a moment here in Texas for one of their own. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Athena is going to still hold on to it. Again, champion does not have to be, pinned or submitted. I mean, doesn't have to be counted out or disqualified to lose the title. Will Athena get to a point of desperation where her violence isn't enough, is what I'm wondering. And for Thunder Rosa, can she carry the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship stronger than she carried the AEW Women's World Championship? She's been pretty prolifically effective in matches, but I just think right now the only stability in Ring of Honor is with Athena, and why some people call it purgatory or Timu NXT or, the soft roster of AEW. You can't argue that she's carried that brand on her own since Tony Khan's bought it and she became the champion of it, the champion, in my opinion. So I think Athena continues to be the forever champ. I think she's going to get 1,000 days personally. I really do. I'm going with Athena retaining. All right. Well, that being said, again, apologies, folks, for that technical difficulties earlier. If you haven't already, subscribe. We got to get this man PayPal some better equipment, or just get him in a better location or a more stable interconnection. Get like an Eris router or something with a 5 gigabit, I don't know, bandwidth, run. But again, subscribe to Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams, if you haven't already. Show him some love. The host of Saturday Shenanigans, the bringer of kick-ass karaoke, Disney aficionado, women's wrestling, of course, advocate like me, and extraordinary pro wrestling booker, far more than AEW and WWE. Again, subscribe to Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams, Cosby Aging Studios. All right. Well, we've had a lot of fun little talks, some unique chat. We talked about the frat house. But let's go ahead and get right into our main event, where the most wanted man faces the Alpha for the first time ever. Let's go ahead and talk about the Ring of Honor World Championship. As of course, Bandito will defend the gold against Konosuke Takeshita. And this all stems from the fact that Konosuke and Bandito were involved in the fatal four-way for the number, I believe, one spot. And of course, they lost out of that. And Rocky Romero, the right-hand man, Don Callis, apparently, bleh, he basically banned Bandito for that. So they called Bandito out for a challenge. And he's accepted. Bandito coming off an incredible defense against Mascara Dorado at, of course, Ring of Honor, AEW, Global Wars, has been the Ring of Honor World Champion now, his second run, might I add, for 96 days. And he will be going into his third defense of the title tonight after Listicle originally. It's one of those things where Konosuke is going into the G1 climax. I feel like Konosuke Takeshita representing Ring of Honor, just like Nick Wayne did during the Best of the Juniors, would probably be a very cool idea. But also, the Don Callis family has an entire agenda ahead of this weekend. And Bandito has been a very proud, fighting Ring of Honor World Champion. For the first time in a long time, the Ring of Honor World title feels right. And that's saying something for this brand. But that being said, let's go ahead and see what you all think and see if, once again, we finally can get some other opinions on screen that are not just from me. Take 3. Lord of the technology. Hello. Hello? 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 Damn it. Freaking hell! Freaking technology, high desert, bullshit, nonsense, ridiculous weather, freaking insecurities and freaking impurities every damn time. Oh my freaking almighty. God damn it! Oy. As someone that works in IT now, going on for 14 years, I can only imagine how much the renegade of wrestling, JJ Williams, wants to throw his fist through a computer monitor. Don't do that. Trust me, don't do that. Well, what are you gonna do? All right. Oh, jeez. Dwayne, you're not wrong. Hey, good to see you, Dwayne Atkinson. Appreciate you being in the chat. And Charles, that's the new word for me. Well, anyway, so yeah, Konosuke Takeshita, of course, probably one of the brightest stars in AEW, ROH, out of DD Pro, of course, working at GPW, recently lost the Neverweight Championship. He will be, of course, involved again in the G1 Climax this year. Stay tuned for our Canadian friend Ash. Subscribe today. She'll be doing a bracketology, I'm sure, soon enough, talking more about Konosuke and other participants. Oh, Lord. But that being said, I think that y'all in the comments are making me laugh. I think that Bandito is going to retain. I just don't think they're going to put Konosuke Takeshita right now in ROH. Again, Bandito's got that familiarity in the territory, the CMLL connection that works more with Ring of Honor than AEW, being perfectly honest. And you look at Konosuke, what the future could hold, considering how he and this Okada, Don Callis family relationship is temporary. I think there's a bigger thing in store for the Alpha if he doesn't win the G1 Climax and goes after the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. So I think to try and conclude this and once again hype up everything the best I can, I'm going to go with Bandito retaining, but this to me, outside Thunder Rosa and Athena, very well might be my match of the night. And Dwayne putting his thoughts in. He agrees on predictions except Thunder Rosa. Oh, Thunder Rosa winning the title finally. So you think that Athena will finally be removed from Ring of Honor and her throne to maybe go on bigger bad things, and Thunder Rosa will take that helm. Well, again, we are in Texas. One of Texas' greats is going to fall tonight. So again, Dwayne, I think that match to me has the most possibility for the title to change hands, but only time will tell. Damn it, internet, you freaking idiot. And this is also accurate. All right. Well, with that being said, that's all that I know that is official for Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor. So, what do you think happens tonight? Does someone else return home to Ring of Honor? Do we learn about the Ring of Honor Women's Pure Championship Tournament bracket? Do we get a new interim Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion? Does somebody else show up? Do the frat house initiate somebody? Do we see somebody else maybe go from AEW to ROH? Could it be one of Texas' own? Could it be someone else great? It'd be interesting to see what happens. I think Ring of Honor is one of those sleepers for me when it comes to these pay-per-views because, let's be honest, sometimes you do get more matches than originally announced, but you get quality wrestling. That's always been Ring of Honor's MO because Honor is still real. Dwayne with a thought here. It would occur because I don't see Tony Khan putting AEW Women's titles back on Thunder Rosa. Well, I mean, we did get Thunder Tits earlier this year. I just said that. We did get Thunder Rosa and Thomas Tony Storm earlier this year, and they teamed. They did not go 1-1 for the title. She had a chance to number contender, but she lost out on it. So, depending on what happens at All In, and we know the respect that Thunder Rosa has for Mercedes Moné and Thomas Tony Storm, jury is out. And again, Dwayne, Thunder Rosa and Athena could both be involved in that women's casino gauntlet match. So again, hindsight's 2020. Just keep that in mind, man. Well, that being said, thanks, Charles. I try all the time. And I think with that, this is awkward, but that is the last to be predicting for this week. So thank you all for tuning in to all of them, for all the previews, the hives, and discussions, to everybody that took part in any of the panels. I hope that you all enjoyed the conversation, reactions, and the coverage. And I just want to go ahead and hype up everything one more time here to give you all into speed of what's going ahead here in the weekend. Tonight, we'll be covering GCW Boss of Bosses, as well as House of Glory Texas, as well as Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor. That's all tonight, Friday. Now I'm going to sing that song. GCW ROH will start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at the Stibaba Studios. Your GCW commentary team will be the Rage of Wrestling, Walter Cruz, and the Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams. Ring of Honor will be me and our friend Nick Ferrantes. And House of Glory Texas will actually start at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our own James Hebert and Ryan. So please stay tuned and support with your love and support for all three of those streams. Tomorrow we'll be covering, as you see, AEW All in Texas, NXT Great American Bash, and Saturday night's main event. And the teams are as follows, and here are the times. We will start NXT and AEW at the same time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. NXT team will be Walter Cruz and Mega Wrestling JJ Williams. AEW will be a three-person booth. It will be me, our Canadian friend, Ash, and James Hebert. Oh, Lord, I'm surrounded by tism. And, of course, Saturday night's main event will start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will be covered by the Rage Wrestling Walter Cruz and the Regular Wrestling JJ Williams. And then we go into the Saturday shenanigans where, of course, everybody on the commentary teams, all the usual panels, and all of you are always welcome. Then we, of course, go on to Sunday where, of course, we cover Evolution, and that will be covered starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by me and our Canadian friend Ash. So again, I hope that you all will take part across any of the streams of commentary alternative coverage here across the Simply Reliable Studios. Now, we're done with the actual city predicting, but damn it, I want to hear this man speak. Hello. Okay, I see him moving. This is a good sign. Now I need audio. Speak. Come on, get the mic. Get the mic. We got this. Come on, people. Get the hype. Let's see if we get to hear him.
Hello.
Okay, I hear your voice. That's good. Can you hear me?
Good. Yes.
Okay. I don't want to say another word in case blah, blah, blah. Hello, JJ. Speak whatever you want now, my friend.
Holy hell. Okay. So the main thing that I wanted to touch on for this show is I think there's going to be a huge cause and effect between Supercard of Honor and All In. For some reason, in the back of my head, I think Thunder Rosa is going to beat Athena. Athena will then enter the gauntlet, win the gauntlet, and take the title from Mercedes after she beats Toni Storm.
Okay.
I hope you heard the last part of that.
I did.
Take the title out of Mercedes after she beats Toni Storm.
I did. Okay. And to Safet's point, finally, God bless technology. Fucking hell. Yes, I heard all that. Thank you, JJ. Oh, God bless you. We love you. Okay. Well, I think with that being said, Safet also confirmed before anything else tried to hit us worse than the Joker's crazy smile gas, I think I am going to cut this stream because this man needs to make sure he is in the right mindset and the right technology setup for the watch along tonight. So I'm going to dismiss us. So thank you all for tuning in to this last edition of Cindy Predicting for the week. We will be back here next week with TNA Slammiversary. Date and time to be determined. Please stay tuned. And again, please enjoy all 3 watch-alongs we're doing tonight. And stay tuned for our coverage of All In, as well of our coverage, God almighty Lord, of Evolution, and so much more. And as always, as it's frozen, but that's okay. We heard him. We actually got from the words of the Renegade. We did it. So with that just happened once again. You know what? It's a running gimmick. Watch this. I couldn't resist, seriously. Anyway, that being said, thank you all for tuning in. We hope to see you across all the watch-alongs we have planned tonight, as well as the watch-alongs tomorrow and Sunday. Good luck to everybody across all the leagues. I hope everyone has an incredible time this weekend. Again, let's truly this weekend remind ourselves and encourage others to just enjoy life and enjoy professional wrestling. It is truly as simple as that. So again, thank you all. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Hit the bell as the video goes live on demand on this channel or any of my friends' channels. Hit the subscribe button. I assure you, our passion, our creativity, our love for the business is not letting up anytime soon. So, with that being said, I'm going to bid you all now a fine adieu. On behalf of the Renegade of Wrestling, who's trying to come in one last time to just say goodbye, I think I'm actually going to cut this stream just to see if I can talk to him behind the scenes. So until our watch-alongs begin, thank you all for tuning in. So make a positive impact in life, have a good night, with honor, and let's just enjoy this weekend full of professional wrestling. Have a good one, folks. We will see you in a little bit under 2 hours. Oh my God, this freaking technology. Bloody fucking hell.